Hey guys, how's it going? This is Red the Knight 1 here at your service. And welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix in Proud Mode. Now last time though, we went to Monstro in order to find out how to get the Frost Stone from the Ghost and find more Trinity and have things along with some level ups. But this time though, we're in Halloween Town. And this is going to be a little hard for me to talk for commentary because, well, I'm still having some cough issues and so forth. But anyway, last time we did this over here in Halloween Town, I had a co-host with me who joined me on this kind of mission, and this was the time when I actually invited CrystalRenegade not once but twice to join me on a Kingdom Hearts playthrough in Halloween Town, and the other for the Hollow Bastion. Now, I remember this correctly back then almost, though. In Halloween Town, though, this was actually the time Tim Burton actually created the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. And this stage, I really love this stage. I kind of do, because this is actually a well-designed Halloween stage. It's well made, it's almost like the almost general Halloween Town. Square Enix did a pretty good research on it. Now, I did say though that we are still Trinity hunting, and we are trying to get the treasure items, scavenger item hunting we're getting. So this time though, there are some things though we had to overlook though, and some areas we have not gotten though because we have to come back for them later. The hard time for this is trying to look at them very carefully. So far though, this was also the time when I actually got my first game over. Though, because I did not see the attack coming. And this is actually still Proud Mode, so now I can actually get some retribution going. Anyway, in order to get this next item, which is the Blazing Stone, you have to get this one monster, which you have to come back for it later, and this only works though only if you manage to beat Oogie Boogie as the boss, as his former boss at his house. So, however, if you try coming back for it afterwards, though, nothing happens. So you have to leave the planet, come back later, so that way you can actually come collect the treasures you kind of miss. And luckily, though, Square Enix did a pretty good job, though, because during the original version, though, some items, the only thing that's considered missable is the Red Trinity. And you can only find that only if Oogie Boogie's house stays intact. You need Gone Goofy to get this one. It is a Slam Trinity, but the hard part is though that if you don't manage to come pick it up after you beat Oogie Boogie twice, his normal mode and his house mode, then the Trinity is gone. And you won't be able to come collect it though, and there are some treasures you might have missed until you have to come back for it later. Excuse me. Luckily, the final mix comes in to where in it though you have to actually, and I mean it, you have to actually go down there so that way it won't become missable. Because Square Enix should have known though that if it's considered missable, it's going to be a hard time to actually get 100% complete. So now is actually a good time to talk about how to find the Blazing Stone, how to get it. The Blazing Stone, okay, yeah, I was pretty stupid, I actually did that though. I was hoping to actually get it out of there, but I didn't expect it to actually make an impact on the pumpkins. The Blazing Stone, you have to actually get it from the last playthrough I did last time. And once again, I'll try and actually post the links though on the last pre-recording for the Hollow Bastion. I didn't get the chance to though because I was just looking through the list. I'm gonna try and see if I can actually get back the list going. The playthrough of it though, of trying to come back there is because of one thing. You have to fight against a Chimera, and it was the Doctor's invention, which goes horribly wrong. It's an interesting boss fight, I like it though, but the puzzle mechanic for this one is very confusing. because I have no idea how to actually, and I mean how to actually get the blazing stone from this little side small boss. But I was able to but the only thing I only did though was just keep wailing on it until it gives it up. So naturally though, it's the first time I actually played it on a regular though, I have no clue who this is. Because apparently though, there is a very bad glitch to where if you manage to actually jump off at a bad timing, the camera will stay up above, and it's going to be a lot harder for you to actually fight them when you're down below, and the camera is just way up above, like way above. And this is sort of like a scary glitch though, because you're only going in a bird's eye view for this one. And over here, we already got a Trinity. Sora, Trinity. Yoo! Yep, there he is. Another other white Trinity, because each of these Trinities are like one piece per area. So naturally, though, this is actually a pretty good opportunity to actually find every last one, and that was actually 101 Dalmatians. I got no commentary. I'm running out of good commentaries for this one. But luckily, though, the more we find these, the more we can actually complete the story. Now, this is also the time when I was also actually going on the truffle. The rare truffles. I would like to post this one again, but we're going to post that one later. I'd like to put the link to it, but we're going to put that one later. There were some good things I did like about Halloween Town. Again, the characters, the tile set areas, the battles, the theme, it looks pretty good. That's what you gotta see though, but don't actually level up. It's just, okay, I don't want to actually complain about though, because I got nothing to say about the Halloween Town, and I will say though, it was actually a pretty good playthrough to do to go along with CrystalRenegade for a co-host commentary, because you figure though, I think it's his turn now to actually join in the fun for the Let's Play. The mistake I accidentally did forget was actually to when we did a recording though, I forgot to put in the mic. So somehow we only did a post commentary, which is pretty boring, but pretty interesting at the same time. It helps save my time a little to give some more detailed depth in it. It's not too bad about the post commentaries, but eventually we'll put some more funnies later. Sora learned Blitz. We got a level up, which is pretty good. I never get the chance to try out Blitz, but I'll try it out later. So I can't believe some of my comments is partly a bit broken though, and the hard part about the commentaries these days for co-hosting is that sometimes the mic will not actually get my recording. It will only get my partner's recording voice, and it will only get the sound from the game. So I have to find a way to cheat the system to where all of us are in the same commentary together. And when the game sound gets to actually get played on. So that way you can actually hear the game. And once again, I hate actually having broken common sense to where I forgot this, I forgot to press that one. The same thing with the Hall of Aston though. I mean, you saw in the Hall of Aston where I almost forgot to actually press the record for the commentary. And the only thing I only got recording was just the sound recorder. Oops. I'm just grateful that we managed to get through it though. Once again, I'm going to try and get one more commentary to actually join us. And he's a fan of Kingdom Hearts 2. But, however, I cannot get the ones from the YouTubers because they're a lot harder to actually get. So it'll be only ones from my Steam friends list. I do apologize. But this commentator, he's actually familiar since we actually did Magica, so he's not going to be hard to actually remember. I will try and find a way how to get this Let's Play recording correctly, and I gotta take some proper notes, so that way, though, when we do the Let's Play, though, the commentary will actually fit its need. And we are gonna do the side quest bosses, because it's a bit more like, I guess, well, the side quest bosses will not be a post commentary unless I messed up. It's just gonna be a full-on playthrough of me doing my recordings of trying to actually beat this good-for-nothing boss I had trouble with for decades. I don't want to actually try and go over 3 hours, because Roxio cannot handle that much hours in the recording, so the limit for this one is 3 hours in Roxio. The second hard part for me is that it's kind of short, and I don't have any of the OSDs to actually crop it. I'm using Windows Movie Maker. That was the real issue, so that way I can actually shrink it. But at least the recording's a little successful. Eventually. Now we get to the jerk boss, the jerk mini boss himself. This is where you want to actually face against the mini boss known as the Chimera. The Heartless, though, that will actually give you the Blazing Stone. Take out a few of the Heartlesses and he'll show up. Yeah, just take out these White Knights and you should be alright. You know, they look like heartless mummies. Once you do, he'll manage to actually show up. That's the last one, and there he is. This is the Chimera. In order to actually get the item you wanted from him, just keep wailing him down until he's in that one. This is the reason why I'd rather have Arrow. And then you can use Stop him. But yeah, I'd rather have Arrow though, because whenever you use Arrow though, you can actually get the Blaze Stone you wanted. Those little suckers, those little light balls though, I don't know what they do, but I think they actually kind of do hurt. You though, if you're not careful. He does summon backup though to bring out the gargoyles, which is a pain. Now, the issue is that I have no idea how to get the Blaze Stone. The only thing I can remember is just keep wailing on him until he goes down. And make sure he doesn't regenerate health all the way. All I did with those is just keep wailing on him unless the tech points have to be involved somehow. Like, yeah, that was a 2, that was a 10, a 20, and a 30. And I managed to actually get the first one on my first try. The other times, though, I will say, though, this is actually one of my favorite side quest mini-bosses to actually face against because he has pretty good items. And he has one of those components we needed to make the Crystal Crown. So, this is actually a pretty good opportunity to actually go money grinding. And I managed to actually get 2. This is actually pretty good. I mean, he's actually one of my favorites. He's actually one of my favorite Heartless enemies. At least he's a lot better than fighting against that pesky good-for-nothing Pot Scorpion. So there you go. There, 3 Blazing Stones. I don't know how, but just use Arrow or use Stop on him, and he can't do anything. Also down there, yeah, that's where the treasures are. If you didn't manage to actually collect the treasures you needed in this area, don't worry. The treasures will actually come down there and you can actually come pick it up. This is only after you leave Hollow Bastion when you complete the Oogie Boogie boss. Then you can come back for it later, which is pretty good. I kind of knew I had that common sense going. Because if you beat it though and you come back for it later on, the treasures will not show up. You have to leave the planet and then come. You have to leave from that world and then come back later. So that should be about it. I will say though, this is actually the most funnest stage I actually love so much. It's good mechanic, it's clever, I like it. It's second, I don't know, it's kind of daunting though. I mean, they do a lot of changes. And I kind of miss this whole Halloween Town because the whole entire area looks exactly just like the original Halloween Town. I will play the second Final Mix, but I don't know if it's going to be the same or not. So next time though, oh, 0! So next time, we are going to go straight over to Agrabah.